So this is the Waterleague podcast, episode 2.
Right.
What's going on with y'all, gentlemen?
Chilling.
How was your week?
My week was it's alright. You know, it's like people just dropping like flies around me. People getting sick. People going to the hospital. My mom just went to the hospital yesterday. She was in the emergency room. She's in the hospital now. You know, Pops just had a stroke. I guess it happens. They say everybody has their day. So, you know,
sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, like everybody, no one lives forever. Everybody has their day. So you just gotta be prepared for it. So
Absolutely.
we prepared for it, and we here. You know, still didn't want to miss the Waterleague podcast.
No, not at all.
So we here.
So we send prayers out.
All right. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. What about you, Sal? What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. Chilling, man. Just had a battle. Now I'm back.
In Atlanta?
Yo, shout out John Bolton and all the guys.
Okay.
Salute.
That's it.
Go ahead.
All right.
Chilling, regular.
Who'd you battle down there?
See money.
Okay. So what you think? Body,
No
right?
battle.
Where? I see money do it.
He did good. He did good. He fought.
He fought. So that means he died, but he fought.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I fucked with Bullpen. Bullpen got some good battles.
He didn't let me fight. He didn't go in the bag easy.
Okay.
But he went in the bag.
So you kind of had to stuff him in the bag. You didn't just easily put the bag on. Okay.
Right.
All right. So have you ever lost a battle, man?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be interested to hear you say that you lost one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost to Big Cannon.
Okay.
I lost to Newborn. People say I lost to Danny Myers, but I don't think I lost to Danny Myers.
So how do you handle losing?
It is what it is.
Gotta come back. Next battle. Gotta come back.
It's like a fight, man.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of losing. I hate losing so much, man. If I lose, it'd be like if I lost a real fight. I'd be like,
It's not about with the loss.
Builds character.
Yeah, it does though. It does.
I guess it builds mine too.
Builds character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You take a couple L's or you have a couple whatever situations and then you know what not to do the next time you come back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I seen Daniel Cormier after he lost to John Jones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll be. That's my face when I.
Yeah, but he asked for that.
Yeah, he did ask. He did ask for it.
that man for years.
Yeah, he wanted it.
And then he beat your ass. And now you in there crying.
Yeah.
You asked for that. You trolled his life for years. I was talking about his whole situation.
Yeah, his addictions and everything. All right, E City. What about you? How was your week?
It was good, man. You know, just hanging back, writing bars and watching battles, getting ready for this podcast.
Putting in work for Waterleague.
Putting in work for Waterleague, man. You know?
I saw the little flyer that you put online.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yeah, we get this shit popping every week.
Yep, we getting better and better every week. So we're making sure we're gonna get everything running the way it's supposed to be. So
Right.
Just making moves behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to
lock in some battles, locking battles for other people, working on shit with iBattles, leagues and shit like that. You know what I mean? So
you work on putting on battles for other people?
Yeah, like Prep and Live Mike. You know what I'm saying? I helped out. I put that together. Basically, I put Live Mike and Prep together.
See, I didn't even know that. See, it's crazy. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I thought, Creasy just did everything on his own and just said, hey, look, this is who you get. This is who you got.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm putting some shit together for people. You know what I mean? They ain't trying to really. I can't really talk about it too much because But yeah, I've been doing shit behind the scenes and working on Waterleague. You know what I mean?
Okay. So Sal, you worked, or should I call you an independent contractor?
Yeah.
For these battlers, for these leagues? Okay. So Hitman, you've been doing these other leagues. Mm-hmm. Are all the leagues easy to work with, or are some easier to work with than others? Or is it basically the same thing?
I've never had a bad experience. I can say I've had some bad experiences, but for the most part, across the board, as far as I'm concerned, they don't play with me, but there's levels, like King of the Dot, their presentation and how they take care of you might be better than another league, but another league might have more reach as far as the internet.
Okay.
And then another league might be like our battles are just a big family. Like everybody that comes, we all be there fucking around. There's no like higher ups and shit. The higher up is Lexx. Like it's all family. So Goods can be there. Cortez, Mac, it's all family. So I battle, I would say, is probably the best league as far as like just a league, just family and niggas having fun and no pressure.
Right.
I battle.
Yeah.
But business, I mean, John does great business. Bullpen, they do great business.
As they did this past weekend.
Yeah, they always do great business. I've been down there 3 times.
Okay.
They do great business. I wouldn't be there 3 times.
All right.
King of the Dot, they do good business. ARP.
You gotta go.
ARP,
yes.
does great business. RBE, they do great business.
Okay. RP, have they been having? They kind of slowed down with events, haven't they?
They actually got a fire
They
card
got a
coming
fire
up.
card that's about to happen.
Yeah, about coming up, right? But I mean,
September 2nd.
Niggas with bars is on that thing.
But see, with RBE,
isn't that the writers card that's coming up? Which is writers like quantum physics is going to be on that card.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Is QP gonna be on that card? I don't know.
If it's the writers, if it's the one with the writers,
Danger Zone, I know that's the main event.
Yep.
you can look
Yeah,
at
I forget
look
who they
that
got
up.
on that shit. But yeah, I think that RBE they take time in between their events and shit, but their cards are stacked though.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Every card that they got is fire, so it's worth the wait in between if they don't have any event, like, you know what I'm saying, once a month or some shit.
Okay.
But I want to battle. Just talked to ARP actually at the Massacre event and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to set up a plate on RBE.
All right.
Saying, Shata, Shata, he fucks with NBA.
Yep.
And that's RBE too right there. So, you know what I'm saying, salute to ARP and Shata.
All right. So we're over a week out from the Massacre 3 card. We already went through the review of it and everything.
Yep.
And what feedback have you guys been getting from it?
They love it. They loving me and Oops right now.
Mm-hmm. Is it equaling more booking opportunities?
It always equals more booking opportunities.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, whenever you do great on the fire stage, more booking opportunities come. Like, and for me and him to have the best battle of the whole weekend on the card that had Diz and Hollow, Big K, Paste, DNA, Arsenal, Einstein.
It's crazy.
King of the Dot never put out a battle that fast. You understand?
Right.
They've never in the history of their company put out a battle that fast.
Yeah, it seemed like the day after almost.
They put that shit out Monday.
Right.
Yeah, facts.
We
Yeah.
battled Sunday, they put that shit out Monday. Tuesday at the latest, they put that shit out.
They were like, "Time, check out the battle on YouTube
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
It's already uploaded.
Boom.
Look at it. Yeah, it was right there. Yeah.
Then they did the fake out like, oh, we gonna put Diz and Hollow up. But then they was like, nah, they put me and Oops instead of Diz and Hollow.
Yep. Okay, so for the Rare Breed Entertainment, they announced the full card for their September 2nd Writers event. The RBE card includes Danger Zone versus Big Cannon, Born versus B Magic,
Fire.
Mr. Mills versus Chilla Jones,
Fire.
Quantum Physics versus Craig Lamar,
Fire.
He is.
Yep, he is. J Murder versus Loso,
Fire.
That's fire.
K Profit versus C3,
Fire.
and Omega versus CeeLo.
I know those two fire.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
That whole card is
ridiculous.
fire.
That's a ridiculous card.
All right, so y'all
I got
gonna,
Big Cannon
Water-
winning though.
Waterleague should be in the
Danger
building
Zone.
for that card. Waterleague needs
Yeah,
to be in the
we're
building.
gonna be in the middle.
Yeah,
I got
we're
Big
gonna do
Cannon
that.
beating Danger Zone.
okay, you got Big Cannon beating Danger Zone. Okay.
What's next?
What about Born versus B Magic? Now B Magic is making his return.
B-Magic beats Born.
Okay, even though B Magic has he's how long has he been retired? He's been retired for what, a couple weeks?
And he just
Cup of
battled.
coffee?
He just battled Lee Farrell last
Yeah.
week.
Right.
He's battling Lee Farrell.
No, he's back, but I mean he's semi-retired for
That
like
don't
2
mean he
years.
can't rap.
No, don't mean he can't rap, but so
I don't know why fans do that. When the nigga say he don't want to rap, I don't mean he can't rap. Most people retire from the game. They don't like the business or the politics. They don't retire.
Right.
They never stop. Jay-Z will never stop rapping. Ever, because he's a rapper. That's just what he does.
Right.
He might not ever record another album, but he's never going to stop thinking of bars.
Right, never gonna stop thinking of bars. But the question is when you take a long hiatus from it, even though this doesn't apply because B Magic didn't take a long hiatus, but if you take a long hiatus from it and you come back, is it like riding the bike?
Did it affect Lux?
Nope, but come on, Lux is not an average rapper.
No, it doesn't matter.
It does matter when you're talking about someone who's not the.
Yes, it does. When you go from battling in the street where the crowd didn't make any noise to a whole different crowd of people screaming, they've never battled like that before. That's why Lux choked.
So that's right. So it does matter.
Didn't bother Mook.
Nope, it didn't bother Mook, even though when Mook came
Never
back.
bothered Hollow.
Did Mook come back against Iron Solomon, or did he come back against Lux
he
first?
came back against Iron Solomon.
Okay.
Never bothered Hollow. It doesn't bother people if you're great. B Magic's great.
Okay, so okay.
That's not gonna bother him. And that B Magic, if you listen to his bars anyway, he writes bars like a cipher. Like he got a million. You know what I mean? Like that's how he writes his shit. Like he wrote it to a beat.
You know what I don't like?
He does write to like.
I don't like when people say things like, like when B Magic, he was once one of the most feared battlers for a time. He went on a little run where everybody feared him, when nobody wanted that smoke with him. And then as soon as like things kind of went south with URL, things kind of went south with them. They was like, oh, he's not the battler he used to be. He's not. He's not as nice as he was or whatever. And I was like, what? Just because he had business issues with you, he's all of a sudden not a killer?
That's what you're supposed to do. As a company, that's what you're supposed to do.
Right, but it's still, the fans aren't supposed to do that.
The fans ride the company way.
Shame on the fans.
A lot of fans don't know that they're not fans of battle rap, they're just fans of URL.
Right. It's kind of like UFC. They're not fans of MMA, they're fans of UFC.
They don't watch Bellator, they don't watch the Strike Force, they don't watch all that
They
shit.
just watch UFC.
And they think they know the whole MMA game. No, bro.
I meet those people all the time that say they just watch Smack or Smack.
Nothing
battle
wrong with
rap.
just
That's
watching Smack.
Yeah, it ain't.
Smack is great.
Right.
I grew up on Smack, so there's nothing wrong with watching Smack.
Exactly.
But don't say you know battle rap as a whole if that's all you watch. You never watched Grind Time, you never seen King of the Dot, you never seen RBE or any of that. There's a lot of other shit going on.
It's a lot of different stuff too. It's not the same. King of the Dot is not the same as URL. It's some fans, they don't get that. They just think,
it's way different.
Way different.
It's night and day.
Yeah, it's night and day.
And I ain't even been to a URL event. I've been to a King of the Dot event.
All right.
I've never even been to a URL event, but I can just tell from camera, just off of, you know what I'm saying, battle-wise.
The whole crowd is different.
All right.
Yeah, you can just tell.
So you guys got B Magic beating Born.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's gonna be close. It's not gonna be like B Magic gonna walk through Born. Born's got some shit for him.
Watch. I mean, Born could pull an upset though.
Born
Watch,
could
pull an upset.
Born's one of them slippery characters like that. Like when you think a nigga's gonna beat him, he just slides it. You know what I mean? Pause.
He is a slippery character.
Yeah, pause. He's a slippery character.
Okay.
Like whenever niggas count him out and be like, yo, he's gonna lose. He always wins.
All right, so you guys got B Magic 2-1.
Sure.
Yeah,
or a close one. Because it could be a 3-0 close one.
Nah, there's no such thing.
No such thing as you're crazy. There's three close rounds.
If you lost 3-0, you got killed.
No, you did not get killed. There's three rounds where it's like, wow, man, that round could have went either way.
No way.
That's why they say I give it a 2-0 or a 3-1, a 3-1. I mean a 2-0. I mean a 3-0 or a 2-1 to someone.
No.
Yeah, nah, I can't rock with that.
A 2-1 or a 3-0 means you lost all 3 of them rounds.
Yes.
But one of them you could have possibly won.
Could have edged.
You could have edged it, but you lost. There's no 3-0 close battle.
Challenge accepted. I'm gonna give you.
When there's 3 rounds of something, that's like hockey. There's 3 for
periods.
Yep.
If I beat you all 3 periods, I killed you, sir.
No, you know what I'm gonna do. So that's my assignment for the next podcast. I'm gonna look up battles. Right, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't do it off the top of my head, but I'm gonna.
Since we was talking about B Magic, Ill Will versus B Magic. B Magic had 3 fire rounds, but Ill Will had 3 more fire rounds than B Magic, and he cooked him.
That was the one where he said the address shit, right?
Yes.
Okay, I know that battle. Yes.
Okay.
It will spaz.
Yes.
It will spaz. Yes.
And Magic had fire rounds.
Fire rounds.
I have to watch that one again.
All Will, everything Will was saying was crazy.
That address line, that battle's fire. I gotta watch that. That's a classic. That's a throwback. That's a throwback fucking battle.
Like people like, there's no, nah, man.
All right, I'm gonna.
What was that address bar? I'll come to your.
I don't remember.
Son, I'll come to your crib with so many.
Numbers on it. Look, I'm changing
The address, yeah, that shook the room too. That shook the room.
And Ill Will said that, right?
Ill Will said that, yeah. Yep.
There's no such thing as a close 30.
All right, a challenge accepted. I'm gonna find it, Sal. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
30 is filthy. You got done.
There are a lot of like JC versus Chilla.
What is that? That's a debatable battle, sir.
Close, right? But you could say
You don't know
you could
who
say
won
you could
any
say
round.
JC won 3 rounds.
No, you can't. No,
You can't say JC won all 3 rounds.
No way can you say JC beat Chilla Jones all 3 rounds, sir.
It was close 3 rounds, but you could say JC. If you say someone edged around, it's impossible for someone to edge 3 rounds now.
No, it's not happening.
It is possible.
If you lose 3 rounds, it's not a close.
But you can edge 3
that's
rounds.
A body. If you got killed all 3 rounds, you got body.
But someone could come. So who you agree with, City? Who you agree with? Tell me if you're on the right side.
So what? If you got
No,
if you
people
lost
like
all 3 rounds,
People
that's
be like
a body.
it's a 3-0 close. That doesn't make sense. No, you
So
got
a
killed.
3-0 is no body, but you lost 3-0.
You got killed if you lose. To me, if you lose 3-0,
So every
no matter
3-0 is a
how,
body.
yeah, you got killed, man.
No.
As a competitor, I'm not trying to lose.
Okay, so what if
I gotta win.
So
one of them
okay,
shits.
let's go to the B Magic and Ill Will. So if B Magic had dope bars, had all 3 rounds that were fire, but Ill Will's edged
It's just that much
all
more fire.
3.
Yeah, we were just more. He had
If
more.
he edged all 3, then I think that is not a body. He just beat them all 3.
It's a
You
clear
know what
loss.
I'm saying? It's a clear loss, yes.
Clear.
Okay, but let's say B Magic was garbage, was whack,
nah, that's different.
was
That's
like,
different.
okay, that's a body.
That's a body.
He put him in a
Yeah,
bag.
yeah,
He put him in a bag. You know what I mean?
Yes.
All right, where we at right now? We at the Waterleague podcast.
Yep.
With Excel, East City, Truth It. We talking about the RBE, doing a little prediction vlog. What we got next? What's the next one?
We already did we do the
doing it
Mr.
on the-
Mills
on the
versus
spot.
Chilla Jones?
Yes,
Mr.
Mr.
Miller.
Yo, I want to talk about that. Yes, that's a close one. I wanted to talk about that. That's fire. That's a fire battle. I
That's
don't
one of
know.
those.
Hey, but who didn't show?
Mr. Mills didn't
didn't
go
show.
to King of the Dot.
Yes.
But I think he's doing
He didn't show up. For
I don't
King of the
know.
Dot.
But he told them though. He didn't just
Okay,
know.
so maybe he had a valid-
family issue.
Oh, he had a valid.
He said he had a family issue.
Show that valid reason.
Yeah.
All right, so
I don't know what the issue was.
Yeah.
I just know he put on the book that he had a family issue, so I stopped. And he had let King of the Dot know, and then enough time in advance to not to be crazy.
Yeah, so that's cool.
So boom. But him versus Chilla is tough.
Yes, that's gonna be fire. Gonna be fire.
So you
What
have
do you think?
I don't know, but my question before getting into who I think is gonna win, I honestly think Chilla Jones. I think I'd give it to Chilla Jones.
Me
I
too.
think Chilla Jones will probably edge it. It could be a 3-0 edge.
He was sick. He was sick at Massacre 308. I like that. Yeah, it probably will be. Now now he woke. he got back into it. All right, so that was a halo. It went over.
It took me a minute. I got
That's
it.
okay.
No way.
So
That's
Chilla
gonna
would.
be tough.
Uh-huh.
Chilla's gonna fucking snap because he was sick at Massacre and he's gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, he probably
He's
Right.
picked up. Yes.
Right.
gonna
I
fucking
think
go
he's
stupid. Mr. Mills is gonna go stupid because Mr. Mills always goes stupid.
He
Yeah.
battled on RB before, right?
Yeah, he battled Murder.
Jay Murder.
Yeah, he battled Big Cannon.
Did he battle Jay Murder?
Yeah, he battled Murder.
Word?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mills,
See, I
Mr.
battled Jay
Mills
Murder.
got some heat in the cut.
I didn't even watch all the Jay Murder's battles, and I battled Jay Murder.
Yeah, Murder.
Any battle?
Because he's
Yeah, no, I didn't even know that. Wow.
All right, my question is so you guys mentioned that Mr. Mills missed the KOTD card,
Right.
right? But he gave a notice and gave. Do you think he should be allowed back on KOTD?
Fact.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because I was.
If he no showed,
Right.
I mean,
If he just didn't communicate and at all and shit like that, and just did no show, then nah. But if
but
he let him know like some shit,
salute to the goat though, Dunch, because
Oh, yeah.
he no showed twice and he got it
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
But it's Dunch is the goat though. You know what I'm saying? He can no show twice. Even Gully actually, I think on his intro was like,
I'm so happy he's here.
Oh, did he say that?
He's so happy he's
No.
here. Fox Fire.
No, I thought he said one thing. Oh, it's on Mr. No Show.
Yeah,
I think he said
No
round
Show.
one on Mr. No Show.
That's
Yeah,
his name.
but they
Mr.
still
No
put
Show.
on, and he's third. He was third on the flyer too. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Dungeons-
salute to
Dungeons
Dungeons
the goat.
Waterleague.
Okay.
Yes, that was fire.
Waterleague, he's
Yes.
the GOAT.
Okay.
So,
So
Only Dunch can no show and get.
and I don't know that situation either. Maybe it was something family, maybe something like that. But I
Don't
got no
matter what
idea.
that
You know what I
situation
mean?
was,
But
just-
still, he
just
no-showed twice,
and
and
he's
yeah.
here still.
All right, so even though if you're a league owner, you get the flyer out, you got the person's name on the card, you invest in that flyer and everything, and then all of a sudden someone says, "Look, man, I got something came up, family issue. I got court or something. I might be going away."
Shit happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's a valid shit, like if it's somebody's family, I'm never gonna tell them that. Like, you got that.
Right.
Especially if you got kids, whatever the fuck. Even though you got kids, it can be cool right now, and in
Right.
5 minutes it can be life or death, because
Yep.
the kids do wild shit.
Family issues, yeah,
You
right.
see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. As long as you let me know.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, son, this is going on. I might not be able to make it, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes they reschedule. I've done it. I had some shit happen. I called the nigga in time, yo, can we reschedule it? Not just reschedule it before anything gets made, a flyer or anything. So that way,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You just gotta communicate, man. That's what it's about, really.
All right, so Mr. Mills.
What's next?
No, so we still got. So you guys got
I got
Chiller
Chiller.
Edge and Mr. Mills.
I got
Chiller.
I got Chiller winning
Winning.
because Chiller's a vet.
Okay.
Bro.
I got Mills going stupid though,
Yeah.
but I got Chiller winning. He's gonna outclass him.
Yep.
All right, next we got QP versus Craig Lamar.
QP.
The QP, you know what I don't like about QP?
QP. He invented the style niggas use now. QP.
He did. He pioneered. The thing I don't like about QP is he takes battles seriously, but he doesn't really seem like he's in a battle to me sometimes. Sometimes he's just all happy, lucky, like the other dude saying that he's laughing.
He's on drugs.
Right. Okay. The drugs will do that to you.
He'll
But
tell you that. I'm not.
Battle rap's supposed to be a good time, right?
It's supposed to be a good time, but
That's
you're not.
He has
Yeah,
a great
he has
fucking
a-
time.
You're not supposed to go to
Yeah.
the person you battle inside and start cheering like he.
Shout out
like he
QP.
going
I'm gonna keep it.
Hey,
on.
when you're in a
Me and
fight,
QP had a little situation and we didn't like each other, but whatever. Shout out to him. He has a great time
Mhm.
with battle rap.
And he's
Yeah.
my favorite. He's one of my
He has
favorites.
a great battle rap
Yeah.
life. That nigga be flying. That nigga be flying all over the country,
Right.
getting crazy.
if you
Whatever, man.
see a fight and one dude's getting his face beat in, but he's laughing the whole time, I think that dude won.
Yeah.
Even though he beating the other dude too. The
Yeah, I
dude that's
think
laughing
no.
the whole time.
He
No,
likes
it's
it.
clown.
He
Some
won.
dudes like to. Some dudes
So
like to
he
take a
won.
beating. I don't
Yeah,
like. I don't like. So he's
You
one of
know?
my favorites. That's why I get disappointed when he acts like that in battles. Like
Because you
to
want
me, I know
it to be more.
Yeah, like his
entertaining,
his
it more
pen
serious.
should be able to kill anybody.
Yeah, right.
His
right,
pen
right,
should.
Yeah,
And then when he's battling the dudes just aggressive
Yeah.
and their pen's not as good, but it looks like they're killing him because he's laughing. He's like, oh, that like
Sure.
he's cheering for him like he's part of the other dude's entourage.
Right, right.
Like it's just to
Yeah.
me, it's disappointing.
That was kind of like with me and Flo, but see, me and Flo leads, we know each other so well.
Yeah, when you
So
friends,
he
that's
battled,
one thing. But
yeah.
he does that a lot of
He
his
does that a
battles.
He
lot.
knows bars, man.
Yeah.
Still, you're supposed to put that game face on. You said it. Yes,
Game
yes.
face.
You said this the last podcast. I got it on tape. You said when a dude says something to you, you might give him a little nod.
that's
You don't
me.
be like, go,
That's me, though.
stupid.
That's
Yes,
me.
right.
That's
But
me.
but that's right. That's you because you know that's how you should take it when you're in warfare.
That's how he plays. He knows bars. He's a writer.
Keyword was plays.
And
Shouldn't be playing.
Yeah.
I don't like to play.
He invented the style niggas use.
Well,
I
that's,
don't know. I don't like
that's
it.
what he does.
He's the inventor. And he's gonna beat Craig Lamar. I bet you that.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, there's
His
tier. We're
class,
talking
though.
about his
tier.
class.
His
He
tier?
can't beat Lux.
No.
His class is Lux and them. QP been around,
Yeah, he been
for a
around
long
for a
time,
minute.
bro.
Okay.
His class is not right.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is. He's
All
maybe
right.
not in stature, but them
Right.
niggas came in at the same time. Them niggas been around for a long time.
The
bro.
level of names that he's getting right now,
Yeah, they're not the same, but
they can't get him. They
when
can't be
when
him.
QP and Lux see each other and have a conversation, they
Mhm.
go, "Wow, we've been here for a minute." Because
Of
you understand what I'm
course.
saying? Like
Of course.
That's just what it is.
Of course.
Few people.
I hope Lux is like, beloved, you gotta stop dancing and joking and shucking and jiving for these other dudes. So you gotta stop doing that, man.
Lux is gonna
Beloved.
keep it beloved.
Okay. All
Lux
right.
is that nigga, man.
Who we got next?
Next we got J Murder versus Loso.
Hami, murder.
Murder. Yes.
Super murder.
Christian
Okay.
Loso.
Okay.
Okay.
We disagree on everything of this card.
I mean, it's a.
Murder.
Is Loso Waterleague?
No.
Okay,
Loso
so then I
He's
don't have to.
holy Waterleague.
I don't have to be bound by that.
Neither is Jay Murder.
Murder's not Waterleague,
Murder's
but
not
Murder's
Waterleague.
Hami.
Murder's Hami.
So I have to.
No, Murder's not. That's what I'm saying. That's what I asked. Is Murder Waterleague? No.
Yeah.
Loso's not
no.
Waterleague.
Loso's right. No,
Loso
Loso's not.
not.
Loso, he's
Murder's
part of the
not.
Christian clique with the Saga
I'm
now.
a Christian
and,
too. I believe in God.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I just think that Murder's still gonna spaz on Loso.
Yeah,
You know
Murder
what I'm
don't
saying?
talk
So,
to Loso.
Lo-
what it is.
Listen,
Yeah.
Loso, I've seen Loso lose. I haven't seen him die.
Has he battled in New York?
Nah.
I don't know too much
And
about
he
Loso.
battling
So
the
has he
most-
battled in New York?
I don't think
Listen,
so.
I battled Jay Murder in New York.
Mhm.
Hami in New York. I
Right.
battled somebody from Hami in New York. That was
He's
not
ready.
easy.
I hope he's ready for that.
You gotta be ready for that.
Small room,
Come on.
brick by brick. Is this
I was
where
lucky
is
to
this
get.
card gonna
I
be
was
at?
lucky to get a room shaker.
Is this
I was
RB
lucky
gonna
to
be in
get
New
a room
York?
shaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Battling
So I
the
think
team
Jay Murder gonna
Hami
take
member
that.
in New York.
And that's Jay Murder's. Jay Murder battled on
He better
that
have
league multiple
He
times. So
gonna
you
need
know what
God
I'm
or
saying?
Jesus.
Facts.
And he got
Facts.
God in Jesus. That's
He's
what I'm
gonna
talking
need
about.
him, though,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's gonna be
yeah.
about
Right.
40 niggas up there that's just straight face.
Salute to God though, because that's my man. Salute to God.
He can't. He
You know what I
can't.
mean?
The
Because
40
that is
dudes
my
can't
man.
get in that ring with him
You know
though.
what I mean? But
Murder
this
is
has got a rap,
insane.
so
Murder. No, I'm not taking anything away from Murder. It just speaks to how highly I think of Loso. That's all. It's the
I like
Christian in me.
Loso.
It is.
I
It's
like
the Christian in
Loso.
I
me.
know it is.
Them two had a good
It
battle.
is. It's a Christian in me. I ain't gonna lie.
I know it's
So next we got K Prophet versus C3.
I don't know that.
C3.
You don't know
Oh
C3?
wait. It was the
That's the girl.
female.
The girl, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
C3.
Hey yo, I think
C3 fire.
I think she's friend. I think she fucked with Winter.
C3
I
fire.
think yeah.
She is. C3 is fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. C3.
Yeah, I got C3.
All right.
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know much
C3
about
can
K
do-
Prophet.
C3 can do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
I know K Prophet. K Prophet is very fire, but C3 can freestyle, rebuttal, she can do all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, C3.
All right, and then last on this card, the RBE Riders, Omega versus CeeLo.
Don't know
I
that.
have no idea who either are.
I don't know that.
Omega, okay.
That's it.
All right.
No more.
That's what's up. Salute to RBE though.
Salute to
Yeah,
ARP
that's
and
facts.
RBE. That's one.
I'm gonna be in the building for that. September
Yeah, I might-
2nd. Make
I
sure
might
y'all check
pull
that
up.
out. Salute
Okay.
to ERP. Facts.
Pull up for J Murder.
So what was y'all
Team Hami.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Facts.
All right.
So what was y'all battles of the week this week? What was y'all favorite battle this week?
Lexx Luthor.
Yes, let's talk about that.
That's it.
Let's talk about that. That
Shout out
was
to Waterleague guy.
shout out to yes.
I
He
feel
is-
bad. I had Bedafi Greene killed him in a 3-0.
Oh, you thought it was gonna be three rounds? You thought Bedafi was gonna beat
I'm
Lexx?
just messing around.
Oh.
This is a one rounder. I had Lexx Luthor winning that too. I had Lexx Luthor winning in a body.
Sure.
People didn't think it was people like Lexx Luthor even came out himself and said, "Oh, it was a dog fight," and blah blah. I think Lexx Luthor was, being a sportsman. He was playing the sportsman, like the sportsman guy. You know how you interview someone after a sporting event or like at the NBA game, you have them come in and you just like, so how? Oh man, it was difficult. They played their best. We left it all on the floor, but you won by 30 points. Yeah, but that was a tough 30. It was a 3-0, but it was a close 3-0.
Sure.
But Lexx Luthor killed him.
Yeah, Lexx killed him.
Yeah, I
That
thought
was-
Lexx Luthor bodied him.
Yo, he hanged
Lexx killed
10.
him.
Uh,
He dropped. Yeah, he hanged 10.
He
That's it.
hung
Yeah.
a 10 on him.
He hung a 10 on him.
him. Word.
10 on him.
I mean,
Lexx hung
he
a
had
10 on
some
him.
Dragon Ball Z bars. He had
has
some
everything.
yeah,
Okay,
he
so the
does.
Dragon Ball Z bars when no lie, I gotta keep it a buck. Those are Halos. I don't get them because I don't know anime.
Yeah, you have to know some of the stuff they're saying.
Any of that, the Pokemon, the anime bars, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I know it's fire.
But when he shakes the room like that, I love it.
I know
yeah, the way he says it is so funny, and Lexx is that dude. So I really don't, you know what I mean?
He's the GOAT.
But when he says other shit,
he's the
of course I get it. You know what I mean? But when he says, you know what I mean, everything else, that shit.
He's the URL cheat.
You know what? He's the type of bars he says. He says the type of bars, right, that I'll get, and it'll be from something like Pokemon, and then you got grown dudes in the crowd who swear they the hottest dudes on earth, laughing and giggling over Pokemon bars, and I'm like, how do they know this?
Yeah.
How did they get this?
We all was kids.
Okay,
that's what they're gonna go with. Okay.
While we're on the topic of Pokemon, over the past weekend I went to the Premier Rap Battle League event.
Okay.
And my man Eddie I battled.
Eddie I
salute to
Salsa Picante.
Yes. So
I heard he lost.
No.
He didn't. He won?
No.
Okay.
No. Yo, Eddie did not lose.
Stop promoting all time.
Yo, listen.
I'm just asking. I'm just a blogger.
Okay,
I'm a man.
Yo, Deese did good. You know, this could go either way. This battle could very much go either way. I heard Eddie's bars, all of his shit. He didn't even get all of his bars off. There was a lot of shit going on in the battle. They told Eddie 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Then they told Deese 3 minutes. So he wrote more than Eddie. You know what I mean? Deese was fire. He had his brother behind him that was actually fucking hilarious because his brother was like a frat party type shit, you know, giving Ric Flairs when it was complete silence.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually kind of funny, but Deese's bars were straight. Eddie came and killed it. But speaking of Pokemon, he was playing Pokemon during Deese's rounds. So
what?
Yeah, he was just sitting there playing Pokemon. He had a freestyle bar about it.
Go during rounds.
During Deese's
I
rounds.
need that kind of non-nervousness.
They thought it was a cell phone. They thought it was a cell phone, and they thought he was writing on his thing, and he just held it up to the camera like, nah, this is like a Nintendo DS or something, or whatever it is. He's playing Pokemon. I don't know if it was on Go or whatever, but it was not a cell phone. It was one of those flip game shit that he got too old. I don't know the fucking. Yeah. So it was super fire. It was super fire. And it was, you know, shout outs to Premier. There's a lot of gas in Premier. I ain't gonna lie.
I smoke weed,
you know what I mean?
Homeless rounds. I do all types of things.
But doesn't that help calm your nerves?
No, I don't care about that. Once I'm up there.
I mean, that's what weed does, though, right? Weed helps calm your nerves, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, I guess.
Pokemon don't help calm your nerves.
But Eddie don't smoke.
Right.
Eddie don't smoke. So he does what he gotta do, and you know, he rolled up there with 2 of his people. He basically only knew me. And you know what I'm saying? That came up there, he basically only knew me. I came to support the little bro for my battle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And we held it down, and you know what I mean? And Premier was back in Deese heavy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but Eddie did his thing. He had freestyles, he held his composure, and you know what I'm saying? Eddie did Eddie. And you know what I'm saying? He wilded out. Eddie wilded out. So I will not say that Eddie lost that battle though. You can't say that.
Okay. So it was a close one.
Very close, yes.
Okay.
Shout out to Deese.
Was it 3 rounds or 1 round?
It was 3.
Okay.
It was 3.
Good.
Shout outs to Deese though, because he did spaz. I like that shit.
Okay.
He spaz.
All right. So speaking of Premier Rap Battle League, we have a lot of smaller leagues. And one of your complaints was they were gassing, and there are a lot of leagues that be gassing. Don't all leagues gas their own people though, pretty much?
Okay, no.
No.
I just had this conversation actually with somebody because actually with the league owner.
Okay.
Shout outs to Daph again, but you know I feel like that Premier, keep it a buck, they are way too biased. The league owners say who won their battles. The league owners, you know, shout outs to Myers and shit. They, you know, Myers, Linsky, and Blue, they came up, but they put them as a group. Eddie came up from New York. He's saying he was upset with the NY cats that came up to battle. You can't be saying that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta say the person, individual that battled.
You can't
group them because you're making it sound like an NY versus Premier thing or an NY versus Mass thing, and now you already have battlers that are coming up to the league saying shit about, you know, this is the gas station, you know what I'm saying, East City versus West, look at all the gas, shout outs, you know what I'm saying, but you know, so you can't be doing that. You gotta make your league a little bit more, you know what I mean, unbiased if people are getting that.
NBA can be guilty of that too.
Yeah. There's been talk back in the day with Bless and Cracks and people like that always like being biased towards their own rappers and shit. You know what I mean? Or just the fans in general of NBA. I don't need to just single out them. That's the only people on the top of my head. But
So
it happens. Even myself, I'm biased towards NBA too. I'm way biased. Like Live Mike, I say Live Mike won every single battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he does though too. You know what I'm saying?
Did Live Mike win his battle this past weekend?
Yes, I actually so Live Mike versus CG, that was crazy.
Yeah, I heard CG won that.
Yo, CG went. CG spazzed. He had some bars.
But you're still saying he lost.
I think that Live Mike could have edged. I think Live Mike edged.
Was it a 1 round or a 3 round?
It was 3.
Okay.
That was a crazy battle. Live Mike went in. But I could say that I am biased towards NBA too. A lot of NBA battlers I'm biased towards. Towards Bless. I say you know what I mean? All of his battles I would say I win. You know what I mean? So it's tough, but you can't, as a league owner, you can't be biased.
As a league owner, you can never be biased.
Yes.
Okay,
you can't say nothing. You can have your favorites.
Yeah.
You can't say it out loud.
Now this might be a bad example, but I don't know if you guys saw Jazz the Rapper versus E Hart.
Yeah.
Do you think they were kind of gassing the league? I'm talking about like Queens Flip. I'm talking about dude that was doing the Don DeMarcos and all that stuff. Do you think they were doing E Hart and Injustice, and they was really rocking with Jazz in that battle? Because that was that's an example that I've heard a lot of complaints about, like that they were really like Jazz.
Okay. It's Jazz. Jazz is they would have did that anyway if she battled because it's fucking Jazz.
Okay.
Some people get that gas as well. Some people they get it and it's well deserved, like Lux.
Okay.
Lux earned fucking gas. Yeah. Mook. Yeah, Mook is gas. He earned that because if it was no Mook, none of this would be popping.
Right. All right. So
we got a couple callers.
All right, we're gonna have a couple callers.
Yeah, maybe we could take a break actually.
Yep, we'll take a quick. Right, we'll take a quick minute break and then we'll get right back.